Want to see something cool? Carbon dioxide is a heavier than air gas that you can make at home by reacting baking soda with just a little bit of vinegar. And if you pour a heavy gas like CO2 onto a candle, you can deprive it of oxygen and essentially drown it. But let's leave Earth and talk about space. The International Space Station accommodates a crew of usually 6 people, and like most people, they breathe. Carbon dioxide levels on the ISS are usually about 10 times higher than they are down here on the ground, due in part to the difficulty of artificially scrubbing CO2 from the air. But what's really interesting is what happens when the astronauts need to sleep. Back on Earth, exhaled CO2 generally sinks harmlessly to the ground until a breeze takes it away. But in microgravity, CO2 actually tends to accumulate in a bubble around where the astronaut's head is, especially while they are strapped in for sleep. So what stops an astronaut from being asphyxiated while they sleep in microgravity? Well, a combination of lots of vents and computer simulation to make sure that every nook and cranny of the ISS is properly ventilated, especially in the 2 modules where astronauts sleep. But despite all of this scrappy engineering, the Journal of Environmental and Occupational Medicine reports that astronauts still suffer from CO2-related headaches at a rate much greater than down here on Earth. So if you ever find yourself in space, surrounded by stagnant air, do yourself a favor and get yourself a powerful fan. Well, that's it for this week's episode. If you want to help pick next week's episode, just hack into my email and send your idea in an email to that same address to make me think I wrote it. Remember, new fact every Friday until the heat death of the universe. See you next week.